It's time to get your geek on with Dave Vermillion.
All right. Welcome to one of the most listened to talk radio shows for geeks in the US of A. I am Dave Vermillion, named the best radio personality by San Antonio Magazine, and this is Get Your Geek On. We're on a never-ending quest to awaken your inner geek by talking about the products, events, news, opinion, reviews, and oh so much more that demonstrate that geek is officially the mainstream. Today on Season 3, Episode 40 on Freedom 1160 and Freedom1160.com, we have a guest in-house we're going to be introducing shortly. Bob Wills from Celebrity Fan Fest is back to talk about everything going on with the event, all the latest announcements, news, notes, funny jokes, adjectives, anything else we can put in there. We're talking Celebrity Fan Fest here today. Also, what is coming up? It is going to be Batman's 80th birthday. Looks pretty good for 80, and we'll talk about where you can go in San Antonio to celebrate that. And if you're not in San Antonio, we got listeners all over the nation where you can still go to see it on the big screen. The Dark Knight Trilogy itself will be on IMAX, and we'll tell you all about that coming up as well. Okay, social media decided to break because the Avengers Endgame. That trailer dropped in a big way, and everybody's talking about the Endgame trailer and the poster. We'll talk about all that and something that I've come up with, a term called artistic trolling. I think Kevin Feige is doing some artistic trolling in that trailer. We'll talk about what I think he's up to. Speaking of trailers, the Aladdin trailer dropped. I guess they figured since the first one landed with such a thud that maybe they should release the good trailer.
The second one wasn't better.
Well, the one they released recently, this past week, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was good. But
the second one was not good either.
No.
So we'll talk about that also. And of course, March Madness Sweet 16. We are in the Sweet 16. Who is moving on to the Elite Eight? Thanks to your vote. This one's going to get real interesting real fast.
Controversy abounds in this March Madness tournament.
Absolutely. And since we have a lot of news already, if we can get to it, I want to talk Overwatch League because it's heating up in a big way. We're in Stage 5. Houston, you guys are on the outside looking in on the playoffs, man. You guys got to get it together in a hurry. So we'll be talking about that as well. If we can cram it in there towards the end, I promise that we will. So let's go ahead, and speaking of all that, let's go ahead and introduce my partner in crime here, my sound prognosticator, the man who has been spinning the ones and zeros, and he is Goose.
What's going on, people?
Hey, Goose, how you doing, man?
I'm good. It's Sunday. It's
Yes.
Sunday evening.
Well, close.
You know, Supergirl is.
Spring forward.
We're gonna get our first look at Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Here on Supergirl tonight.
Which is good news. Good news.
John Cryer as Lex Luthor. Who would have thought?
A match made in heaven, I'm sure. All right. Well, with no further ado, without further gilding the lily, let's go ahead and bring on our guest here in studio with us. He is the Grand Poobah, the man in charge of everything over at the Celebrity Fan Fest. The event coming mid-June, June 13th to the 15th, down at the Freeman Coliseum at Expo Hall, 14 to 16th. Off by a whopping day. So June 14 to 16th at Freeman Coliseum. Welcome in, Bob Wills.
Well, thank you, Dave.
Hey,
As Goose reminded, my new title that I posted is Chief Listening
the
Officer.
Chief Listening Officer. I love it.
I've been listening, so you can just talk and I'll listen.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so I understand now Celebrity Fan Fest is going to move into my backyard, so that's good news. I will be charging nobody because all the celebs will be for me alone, and I'm doing all the talking. You said so all this is true. It's canon now. It's going to
Dave,
happen.
I wasn't serious.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, a man can hope.
Well, thanks.
So that's okay.
Great.
Now, when we last spoke, you were uber excited because you were able to bring back Jason Momoa, Ray Fisher, and Joe Flanagan. And now you're bringing in some real heavyweights here with the announcements y'all have made recently. Amber Heard, Claire Kramer, Jeremy Renner, among others.
Dolph Lundgren,
Absolutely.
Graham McTavish.
And now we have WWE wrestlers coming
How
in
about
as
Jeremy
well.
Renner? Did you say
Jeremy Renner, yeah, the Hawkeye himself, the Hawk, also known as, they're going to call him Ronin now in Endgame. But all these guests, it's kind of a hodgepodge, kind of a mixture. Is there something you look for in a guest that you want to bring down?
Well, as the chief listening officer, as my consultant Goose has told me, when you listen, you try to make the people happy. Of course, I know we can't talk wrestling on this show because this is not in the geekdom, but
The heck we can't.
It's not exactly our genre.
It's
I'll
not
say
that we can't. It's that he won't let me.
But well, yeah, but it's,
But my point was that like 6 weeks ago, I put up a hodgepodge of about 40 photos of WWE superstars, and I let the fans tell me who to bring in.
okay.
And guess what? I went and got them. Now
All
I
right.
can't do that with everybody. I mean, if I listen to everybody, I'd have Samuel L. Jackson. I would have Robert Downey Jr.
Scarlett Johansson. Oh,
I'd have
RDJ. Yeah.
We could just shoot
Gal
Endgame
Gadot,
at Freeman.
and I would have to like mortgage myself for 5 generations to afford to bring them all in. But
You know, we
We're-
could just shoot
we're-
the Marvel DC crossover at the Freeman. It's all right.
Yeah, there we go. And that's how you pay for it right there.
So, anyways, and it's really kind of funny because when the first announcement, and if you look at a lot of shows, they until maybe 3 weeks ago, and Comic Palooza in Houston, they just had two Star Trek folks named from years ago, Gates McFadden and Michael Dorn, who played Worf, and they didn't have no big names named yet, and we came right out with a big name, and I was kind of criticized as, hey, you just had him here, and I said, no, most people didn't see him, and then Aquaman wasn't a success, and if you looked at the research as how big he is, it was right, because still to this day, even though Renner's selling good, Amber Heard's selling good, the wrestlers just they busted the system today. They did. They knocked our credit card processor. They have a thing called a velocity filter, and the orders were coming in so fast that all of a sudden the system shut down for fear of fraud.
Just broke it.
That there was some
Wow.
type of bots out of the Philippines.
The
that
Russian
was-
bots.
Now, which wrestlers would those be, Bob?
There would be the current WWE champion, Daniel Bryan, and there would be one SmackDown champion named Becky Lynch. Do I have that right, sir?
She's the former Women's SmackDown champion.
Former women's.
But she is.
But
in
listen,
the,
when you're like Goose, because let me just.
Well, hold
I
on.
hate to correct you here.
Yes.
Like President Bush is still not president, but we still call him
hold
President
on.
Bush.
She is the man, and she is in the Raw Women's Championship triple threat match at WrestleMania.
Yes. But she has been a champion. So she is once a champion, always a champion. Tim Duncan's always going to be an NBA champion.
Absolutely he is. Absolutely he is. So if people want to go over to the Celebrity Fan Fest Facebook page and start dropping comments on who they want to hear from and see, they listen. Celebrity Fan Fest listens.
Yes, and if you and I know you have, if you look at it, we take great pride of trying to answer everybody that responds and as quickly. And my wife will say, look over at 2:00 in the morning, what are you doing with your iPad on? And you're answering things and you're trying to give people feedback and be assistive to them and listen to them. And I tell a lot of people, I say, I can't bring everybody's, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, but we're going to do our best. And what makes sense for the collective, for the good of the many, that's going to make it a good show, that's what we're going to do. And there's, when people said, why are you bringing Graham McTavish from Outlander and The Hobbit? And I said, didn't you know that he was in Aquaman? He was the original king of Atlantis, King Atlan.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
people did. Nobody I asked at the beginning even knew that. Even the geekies of geeks did not know it.
I admit
And-
it. I knew him only from The Hobbit and Outlander because my wife watches Outlander all the time. So I admit I got
So
stumped
your
on that
wife
one.
watches medieval porn.
Essentially, yes.
That's what Outlander
just about.
is.
Now, there will be over 24 cars available as well for people to look at and take pictures with, from Transformers and Batman, Scooby-Doo, Knight Rider, the Pixar cars, and more. How important is it to you that that Celebrity Fan Fest had something to offer other than just celebrities and photo ops?
Well, first of all, let me let me clear my throat here, Dave. We have some great artists come in. We have like 2 renowned movie poster artists coming in. I can't tell you something right now, but I wanted to do something for gaming that has never hit the city
Oh,
for gamers.
okay.
Have an esports team? Because that hasn't happened.
A major esports tournament would be nice.
No.
We've been banging on that for months.
No, and I can't tell you until later this month. But we are bringing something that's so gigantic. It's never been in the state of Texas. We'll have people in line for 2 to 3 to 4 hours, and it is a spectacular spectacular exhibit that is PAX has never even had it.
Okay, give me a hint. I gotta have something. No, you can't bring that much and then not give me a little something.
And it's going to be there all 3 days. It's so big that in the main exhibit hall, we had to take a stage out. We had to eliminate stuff. And I was down in the Freeman Coliseum, and I said, this is the power connectivity I need. This is the downloads, for the Wi-Fi. This is going to be spectacular.
Is it esports related?
No.
Okay, all right. So it's video gaming, but not esports.
Video gaming and virtual reality.
Ooh.
You do realize that the guy from Ready Player One's going to be here, right?
Ty Sheridan.
Yeah.
In the house.
Ty Sheridan.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't it funny? Everybody sees, because people relate to him as Ty Sheridan of, being in Ready Player One, but a week before our show, he's in Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
So
yep.
It's pretty good. Pretty good get that he's got 2 big movies.
Now there's a special spot for exhibitors on the website, but so far it hasn't been filled in. Any thoughts on groups or cosplayers or cosplaying groups or anything like that may be coming our way?
That will continue to populate quite rapidly over the next 60 days.
Okay.
You see, some of my co-promoters of other shows have said, you're kind of doing things different from all of us. We don't announce anybody in the beginning. We just try to sell you our season tickets and our VIPs without telling you who's even coming. If you really look at it, you look at...
they play the cards really close to the chest.
Oh, yeah, they do not take... Hell, I went on Dallas Fan Expo today, and they got... Because I was talking to an agent about possibly bringing in Michael J. Fox to be with our DeLorean. And he told me what it was, and I said, how could they have him for 2 days at that rate? And I said, let me check the photo price. The photo prices for all those folks, it's not even posted today. Their show is in 7 weeks. And there's no photo prices posted. No autograph prices posted.
How do you sell if you can't?
I don't know. But people have different strategies, so we've just been building stuff. So what we're trying to do is get the top heavy, the big things that really people want to see, and then we'll fill in with all the other things. I'll tell you this. You want an exclusive on this show?
Bring it. Let's bring it.
I got to get his name here. Hold on.
Okay, we're getting the name. Firing up the iPad.
Firing up the iPad, and I've got to go in here, and this is pretty spectacular. Maybe you with me. It's different things for different people, but different things. But
and I'm not peeking either. I'm not. I'm
going to tell you his name. I'm going to tell you his name. I just got to get it here. I got to get Tony and
Tony. Tony Stank?
No, he's in my on my art staff.
So I actually saw a thing on Facebook, which Stark will survive in April, the end of April. It had 3 from Game of Thrones and 1 from Avengers.
Which, people have been talking about how in the trailer, Tony Stark is walking with all the Avengers. And they're saying, oh, well, that's a huge spoiler. Oh, now we know Tony survives. First of all, come on, really? Really?
Didn't Feige say all that in the first 20 minutes?
Pretty much. And not only that, but we've learned you can't trust a Kevin Feige trailer. Remember, Hulk was shown in the Infinity War trailer in Wakanda. Not Bruce Banner, but Hulk. So we know that didn't pan out. So
let me ask you this. Do you know Nico Hurtado?
Not off the top of my head. I thought you could say Nico LaHood. I was like,
no. This is spelled differently, and I'll let everybody look it up. But he is a renowned tattoo artist. He is the exclusive tattoo person for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Whoa!
He is. You ask, are you bringing something? He's coming to our show.
No kidding.
Yes.
The man who cuts on The Rock will be here in person. Very nice.
Anybody wants a piece of The Rock? Nico's got it.
You keep that in a jar, the piece of The Rock? You think he's got...
Yeah, something like that. But so, we're like this gaming thing. I'm so excited. I wish I could tell you I can't because, we have to wait until it's all done. But
next month, on the other hand.
Yeah. Next time I'm here.
Okay.
Well, it may be announced by then because as soon as they tell us it's okay, they're just waiting to put their tour together. And when the tour is put together and they are building the tour to come to Texas because they've not been here.
I want to know. I really do.
It's spectacular. It's spectacular.
All right, enough. You're killing me.
Let's stick it in deeper and
Dave,
twist and turn,
Dave,
Goose.
it's going to be the greatest thing ever, but I can't tell you. It's going to be the most fantastic, but I can't tell you.
Have I not done everything I said? Goose, have I done everything I said I was going to do?
And more.
And
That's
then
right.
some. And then some.
I mean, this is going to rock it.
Now,
rock it. Better than any attraction.
I have a question for you.
Any
in regards to
attraction
Kit.
that was at PAX South.
Yeah. In addition to, we're going to have a Knight Rider car there. Is it going to be season 1 and 2 or season 3 and 4?
One with the bigger, more expansive dashboard with all the gizmos.
So does it have one screen in it or 2?
I think it's 2.
So that's season 1 and 2.
The first one there.
Because Kit got demolished in season 3.
I think you have to put a pair of sunglasses on when you sit that thing. There's so many lights winking and blinking at you.
Yes.
Now, all right, so we're at a new venue, a much more expansive venue. You got a lot more going on than you did at the event last November. What challenges have you faced this year that you didn't face last time?
Well, I'll give you an example with Jason Momoa. Jason did 5 previews for us of his movie where he came in, took a couple questions, but he didn't do a real panel. Never did a few. But like Jason Momoa he's not participated in a solo panel ever.
Right.
He only did in 2015 the Justice League panel with all the other cast members in San Diego. Because we've become friends, because of our relationship, what happened when he was here and all the things that we did for him and his family, and for Joe Flanagan, because we did a fundraiser for Joe Flanagan. We raised $10,000 for Joe. His house burned down.
Right.
It's part of the reason he's coming back. He was very thankful. But anyways, Jason is doing a full-out panel during the event.
A solo panel for 45
panel.
minutes.
50 minutes.
50 minutes. Ooh.
50 minutes solo panel that Claire Kramer will moderate.
I'm both happy and sad about that. I'm happy because it's Claire Kramer, but I'm sad it's not us.
Claire Kramer, Get Your Geek On alum. Dave interviewed at the Denver City Comic Con.
Absolutely, and she was delightful. She's a pro all the way. Absolutely. Now we want to end this.
So those
we
are those challenges. Trying to find. You find an artist like Nico doing the Rocks stuff. You find. You get a Jason Momoa to do a panel. You find this super out of this world gamer experience. Just twist it a little bit deeper. But anyways, doing all these things, and that's what we want to do.
And you get to talk about it on a radio show whose podcast is the best podcast in all of San Antonio.
Where did I put my marbles? Where did I invest my pebbles?
That would be only the best, of course.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
that
we
makes
are
sense.
here. We are here.
So we're speaking with Bob Wills, the CEO of Celebrity Fan Fest, which you can
And
get
Chief
your
Listening Officer.
Chief Listening Officer as well of Get Your Geek On. You can get your tickets, by the way, over at pmxevents.com. You want to go ahead and snag those tickets while you can. Grab them quick. Last question. We always want to end.
I got to make one
one
comment before you ask me a question.
All right, go for it.
So our $10 off all admissions and VIP tickets offer ends Sunday night at midnight.
Oh, so tonight. So
Hours
Sunday
remain.
night.
Yeah, just
Yes,
hours.
Sunday night.
Yeah,
10 hours.
it's Sunday.
Yeah, hours
so we're-
remain. So, if you want to get that, instead of paying $60 on Saturday, you can get it for $50. If you want to, instead of paying $50 on Friday, $40. Even kids tickets. If you buy a youth ticket for the teens, that may be $15 on Friday, you get the $10. It's only $5.
$5 at that point.
$5.
Wow. So
For a
yeah.
teenager.
So you absolutely grab those while you can. So here's the one to leave you with. Remember, the last one's always the fun one. This is the good one. If you could have any superpower you wanted, one superpower, what would Bob Will's superpower be?
I don't think anybody has this superpower in X-Men, but I would like hypnosis. I could hypnotize anybody because guess what? Then Gal Gadot would have said yes.
Robert Downey?
Then Robert Downey would have said yes. Wolfman Jack Wolfman.
Hugh Jackman
would have said yes.
You get Hugh Jackman to do a musical on stage with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, there you go. But hypnosis, wouldn't that be, wouldn't you like to say, all right,
It would
snap
get
my
him in
fingers,
trouble.
you'll do it, huh?
It would get him in trouble.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that part of the court order, Dave? Is that what you're saying?
I'm actually not allowed to comment. So
it's not part of it because I suggested that it not be there.
Yeah.
I fought to exclude that clause.
When I snap my fingers, you'll wake up.
I don't know. Now all of a sudden I think I'm a chicken for some reason. How did that happen? I don't know where that came from. Okay, so hey, so for all you Batman fans out there, speaking of, I know you're gonna like this one because you're the DC guy. You're a good Batman guy. It's the Secrets of San Antonio Unlocked. So the Batman 80th anniversary is coming up, and down at the Cody Library, which is on Vance Jackson between Wurzbach and Huebner, they're going to have a Batman event. The Batman of San Antonio will be there. They're going to have arts and crafts. You can make your very own bat signal. They're going to show you how to do that. You can toss a batarang. They're going to have some of those available, pose for photos, and there will be a cosplay contest as well. That's going on locally here in San Antonio. That's the Cody Library between Wurzbach and Huebner on Vance Jackson. So that
are you going to be there, Dave?
I'm going to try to swing by. I think I have one other event I got to go to, but it's in the area, so I'm going to try to swing by and get some pictures of that. Also, the full Dark Knight trilogy. This is the Christopher Nolan trilogy. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Returns is coming to IMAX. IMAX. This is going to be terrific. That's the good news.
I was IMAX before I lost 50 pounds.
I actually saw all three of the movies in IMAX.
I remember seeing The Dark Knight in IMAX, and man, that scene in Hong Kong where he's flying around, woo. Okay, I felt like I was flying around as well. That's the good news. This will be on March 30th in Hollywood is the first screening, which will feature a Q&A with Christopher Nolan present. For those of you not in Hollywood, California, they're going to do it April 13th, but only in New York City, San Francisco, Toronto, and Indianapolis, and that's it.
How did Fathom not get on that?
I don't have the first idea. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why didn't AMC expanding that? What? I mean, okay, New York, Frisco, I guess, Toronto, I can see. Indianapolis? How did Indy score this? Not Chicago, not Miami?
Midwest.
Not Chicago?
Well,
I mean...
because Chicago got Star Wars.
Well, yeah, they get the
That's in the midst of celebration.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah, April 13th. Oh, that's right. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So I guess they'll give Chicago a pass on that one. So, not Dallas? Yeah. I mean, you get to see the
they knew you were going to be in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that must have been it.
Goose,
Yes.
you're the chief fun and entertainment officer, right?
I try.
Okay. So, Goose, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do something big for your listeners next week.
What's that?
So, you put some type of Batman 80th anniversary trivia thing together.
Okay.
You determine the winner.
Okay.
And Celebrity Fan Fest will give somebody a free photo and autograph with Robert Wool, Knox from the 1989 Batman movie.
Whoa.
So we're going to put together a little trivia for our Facebook
Yep.
peoples.
We're going to do trivia on the
So
Facebook.
next Thursday.
Yes.
But John Wicker can't win.
John. Oh, dang.
Wow. Shut down.
No. Hi,
John.
John.
Fired.
Hi, John. Don't hate me, John.
Wow.
No.
But
We'll full Joker on that one. Did you see that?
We'll figure something out.
We will.
Yeah.
Like a 10-question trivia thing.
Well,
We're
it has to be
tiebreaker.
Facebook-ish. So we'd have to either do something where they could have to send it in or message us or something. We got a week.
Yeah.
We got a week. We'll figure it out.
We'll work it out. Yeah, absolutely. All right, and that's a photo op and an autograph with Knox himself.
Mr. Robert Wool, Mr. Arliss. He was in a lot of great movies.
Outstanding, and that's why Bob is Bob. You are our number one guy.
Well, thank
See,
you,
I did
David.
a Batman thing
I
there.
listened to you hear that.
I don't have that sound in the studio.
Oh yeah, we should next time.
How about a little
Next
Queen,
time
We
we'll
Are
have
the
it.
Champions?
That's also in the other studio.
We left it in our other studio.
How can Dave be a top-ranked performer and we have no special effects, no music library?
We do have one sound effect though that we love to play. Well, not that one. We have that, but we do have one quote that we like to play, and it's from someone in the Batman universe.
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
Hey,
Harley Quinn.
I just had a thought about who else we could invite down to Celebrity Fan Fest.
Oh, by the way, Bob, look at Dave's face in 3, 2, 1.
Well, David, you seem like a very, very bad kitty to me. Meow.
That's Gray Delisle, by the way, the voice of a lot of different characters, including Catwoman. So She was on the show. Very, very lovely guest. If you ever looking for voice actors, Gray DeLisle, James Arnold Taylor, two fantastic voice actors.
Should I bring in the official voice of Mickey Mouse and Goofy?
Yes. How is that even a question?
Of course you should.
Wow. Yeah, gotta bring me in. Absolutely. All right. We got a break here for the bottom half of the hour news, but we'll be right back after this news break.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Welcome back from the bottom half of the hour news break. This is Get Your Geek On, the award-winning talk radio show for geeks on Freedom 1160 and Freedom1160.com. I'm Dave Gramillion, voted the best radio personality in the 7th largest city in the United States by the voters, readers, and listeners for San Antonio Magazine. If you missed what we talked about in the first half of the show, we had Bob Wills, the CEO of PMX Events, PMXevents.com, and Celebrity Fan Fest here in-house, talk about guests, talk about events, and everything going on June 14th through the 16th.
He's also the chief listening officer.
Now been named officially the chief listening officer.
Well, he named himself that, and I just took it.
Outstanding. But if you missed the interview, if you missed any of the news that we have, any of the interviews that we have whatsoever, you can find it. Join the thousands that have downloaded and listened to our award-winning podcast. It's the best podcast in San Antonio now 2 years in a row, back-to-back, 2017 and 2018, also named by San Antonio Magazine, that you can find on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Omni, Spotify, and I'm missing one. TuneIn. That's right.
And on your preferred podcast platform, please also rate, review, and most importantly, subscribe, because that helps people just like you find this show.
People want to say LinkedIn. That's where I get messed up on that one. That's LinkedIn, TuneIn. It's right there.
Look, if you want to post a link on your LinkedIn page, you are more than welcome to.
Absolutely. All righty. So real quick, let me talk to you guys. Spring break is officially over, but the fun continues over at Laser Legend. It's up on the north side of San Antonio, not quite to 35 and not quite to Rolling Oaks Mall either. It's right there off of Lookout Road on the north side. Guys, this place is still cramming in the fun. It's a real blast and a half up there. 4,000 square foot video arcade, 2 different escape rooms that you can try out. Also, they have food, they have drinks, they've got pizza and wings. They have something for mom and dad as well. They've got a 2-floor laser tag arena. And they have 9 holes of indoor miniature golf. Guys, the weather's starting to heat up. I don't know if you've noticed, but winter's officially done. We're starting to climb up into the 80s, which means the 90s will not be far behind, but you can still have fun indoors. There is laser tag up on the north side, and we've experienced it. Goose and I, we love it up there. Every time we go, we have a great time. Dave
typically brings a tent because he likes to camp.
Yes, Dave does like to use strategic thinking, and he does enjoy, winning. I know that concept is foreign to you, Goose, but winning, see, that's what happens when you get more. Nice. That's professional. That's nice. Yeah. See, that's why he's the man behind the board, so you can do, pull stunts like that. Okay, so that's Laser Legend up on the north side of San Antonio. Go ahead and go and check them out. With that being said, let's roll right into the news of the week. Let's talk Marvel.
This is that sequel to the smash hit no equal.
This song is oddly appropriate.
Yeah, boy, isn't it though? Oh my goodness.
You thought it was Age of Ultron. No, it's for Endgame.
It really is. So the Endgame poster was released. I know, right? It's, not as exciting as the trailer, but it's there. It is visual. And if you see us on our Facebook feed there, facebook.com/GYGO radio, 30,000 likes and counting, by the way, you can see the poster found right there. So immediately questions started to come out. First of all, it looks very Star Wars-ish. So, oh my God, there's going to be a Star Wars tie. No, there's no Star Wars tie-in. Come on, really? Y'all are smarter than that. Come on now. However, if you do look.
Are they though?
Well, of course, if they listen to the show, they're pretty smart people. There's no question. So, but if you do notice, almost everybody in the poster is looking one way, but Thor is looking another. And so then all these questions started coming up. What is Thor looking at? Why is he looking that way? What could he possibly be seeing? Guys, it's a poster. It's a poster. What is he looking at? His paycheck. I don't know. It's just a poster. He's just looking a different way.
He's looking at his paycheck.
Yeah, that must be it. Although Captain Marvel is on that side. Maybe he's looking down a little bit.
No,
he's checking her out. You think?
No, he's not.
They're shipping Captain Marvel and Thor hard now after that trailer. Hard, man. The whole Raylo thing is gone. It is so gone. Now it's Thorville. Captain Thor Marvel.
I thought Chris Hemsworth were going to appear on season 3 of the Orville.
No, not quite. Although that'd be interesting. So now the trailer comes out and people are dubbing it Whatever It Takes because that's what, they say it like 5 or 6 times in the trailer. They say Whatever It Takes.
I was meaning to get that song and I did not.
No worries. So, but also, what came out was people are looking at the trailer, and in certain parts of the trailer, everything is kind of gray filter, this brown filter, except for certain parts that are red, this bright red that comes out. And it's a little shocking. It's a little surprising because it's gray, and then red. But only part of Tony's suit is red. The flag, the casket that they're carrying, it's Peggy Carter's casket. A little bit of that is red. And so people are wondering what's with because everything else is gray.
Thor's cape.
Yes. Yeah. Like Thor's cape is red. Some parts of Falcon are red but everything else is gray. And then it cuts to the full color part. So everyone's wanting to know what's up with this red. What is the deal? What is Kevin Feige trying to tell us? I have a theory, and here's my theory. It's what I've dubbed artistic trolling. I think it's nothing. I don't think there's any significance whatsoever, but Kevin Feige has learned something over the past 10 years, and that's talking heads on YouTube need something to talk about. They need weeks of speculation. They've got it. They're going to pick things apart. So give them something that means nothing so they can pick apart. So brace yourself because on social media, your kids are all over social media. They're going to be talking about, you're going to see all these YouTube videos saying, what's with the red? Maybe it means the reality stone. Maybe it means the return of the Red Skull. Or maybe Kevin Feige is telling us this or that. It means nothing.
Could be the Red Angel from Star Trek Discovery.
There you go. Or
by the way, you know who else is all over social media?
Who's that?
We are.
Absolutely.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at GYGO Radio.
You know what it could be? That trailer was sponsored and paid for by Big Red Gum. Ooh. I'm telling you guys, it's artistic trolling. Kevin Feige is trolling you. He wants to give the talking heads something to talk about. Remember the still picture that came out on Instagram and it was like a guy in a room with a ladder and Kevin Feige said, there's something there. You just have to look for it. And it turns out to be like practically nothing. It's artistic trolling. But you will see, and Screen Rant and comicbook.com and We Got This Covered or Cosmic Book News, they're all going to come out with their own theories with exclusive sources, using the air quotes there, all these exclusive sources that they're going to say that the red is something significant. And here's our theory.
So
it means nothing.
Aaron, who's chiming in on the chat, said, so you think this is a red herring?
Very good. Either that or the Russians won and the communists are taking over. I'm telling you guys right now, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
So that would make Captain America red.
Yeah. Could be.
Not good.
Red Son of Krypton, maybe, we could be going down that. I'm just saying it's going to mean nothing. So, just brace yourself because it's coming. You know what also is coming, I guess. Not really. No good segue really.
Batman's 80th anniversary. And if you want to pick up your Batman comics, go none other to our friends at
Dragon's Lair Alamo Ranch out there on the west side of San Antonio off of 151 and 1604 out there by SeaWorld. They just celebrated their 1-year anniversary not too long ago. Guys, they've got events going on every single week And I don't just mean, the release of this comic or the release of this game. They have something for people of all ages. They've got all sorts of events going on. So check out their Facebook page. Look for Dragon's Lair Alamo Ranch on their Facebook page. Find an event that works for you. Go meet some friends. Go make some new friends. Play some great games and get some great stuff out there at Dragon's Lair of Alamo Ranch. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about the other trailer that dropped. We're talking some Disney news.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes.
It's a duck blur. I know. Can you believe at my age, I still sing that song like crazy?
By the way, you thought I took a camera off me because I didn't have enough devices? That's just an excuse.
Oh, okay.
Nobody wants to see this dancing over here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, nobody wants to see that. That's for sure. So Disney released 2 different Aladdin trailers, and both of them were terrible. They're remaking this live action. They're in their live action kick, right? They remade Cinderella. They remade Beauty and the Beast. They got Lion King, Dumbo, and Aladdin coming out this year.
So what is your favorite 2-word phrase for that trailer?
What was it? Hot garbage?
There you go.
Hot garbage. Yep. Both trailers were they were awful, guys. They were terrible. They got slammed all over social media. The characters don't look good. Nobody can act all that well. The genie looks terrible. The CGI looks awful, and nobody liked it. Then they released another trailer. That was Tuesday, I think, of this week, Tuesday or Wednesday. And they released this third trailer. Where has this been? Did they fire the trailer? I seriously want to know if they fired like whoever made the first couple of trailers and hired someone new, because this third trailer was awesome. It was awesome. It was exactly what we needed. Fast-paced, colorful. You can actually see these bright, wonderful colors. And the music is spot on. When they go into a whole new world, man, you get chills.
This trailer's like a whole new world.
It really is. It was incredible. The genie looked good. Well, okay, no, he didn't really look all that good, but there was more of him. It was good action, good fast pace, some parkour in there for those of y'all who are into that sort of thing. It looked great. That being said,
Alan Tudyk is Iago.
Yes, Alan Tudyk is as Iago. If you know Alan Tudyk, not just from Firefly and Serenity, but he was also King Candy. He was that voice. He was also the voice of the Duke of Weaseltown in Frozen. He's a terrific voice actor, very dynamic.
If you'd like to see Alan Tudyk on the big screen, make sure you check the Get Your Geek On presentation of Firefly happening at the Alamo Drafthouse, Park North, March 31st. Get your tickets now at drafthouse.com.
Alrighty. So they finally released a good trailer, but I'm still not sold, and I'll tell you why. The characters still look too old. Aladdin and Jasmine look like they're like 28, 29. Look like they're creeping up on their 30s. I don't like that. Jafar is not intimidating at all. Jafar looks younger than Aladdin and Jasmine. He's supposed to be in his 50s and 60s. And there's nothing intimidating about him. Not even his voice is intimidating. When he says, "Bring me the lamp," it's like, okay, you want me to get some milk and butter with that too? There's nothing chilling about Jafar, and that ain't good. And then the CGI on Will Smith still looks bad. It still looks bad. I don't care what anybody says. It just and the monkey doesn't look good. I'm sorry, Disney. I thought you owned Hollywood now. How do you not have a good enough budget to make the monkey look good?
You don't love their monkey?
I don't like the monkey whatsoever. Not even a little bit.
You don't want to touch their monkey?
I don't want, nope, not even a little bit. The monkey from Friends, okay, that's authentic. They got a real monkey and they had it for a couple of seasons. Why can't they use a live action model for that sort of thing? I don't understand. So the way he talks, the way Will Smith as the genie talks in the trailer, when he's talking about how, I only made you a prince on the outside, and I didn't change anything on the inside. And when Aladdin says, "Why don't you make me a prince?" And the genie says, "Well, there's some gray area in what you mean by make me a prince." That's Will Smith all the way, but he sounds like Will Smith from Hitch. Did you notice that? There are basically two kinds of Will Smith. There's After Earth action type of Will Smith, and then there's Hitch Will Smith. But
there's also MIB Will Smith.
Yeah, but that's a little bit more Hitch.
How about Bad Boys Will Smith?
The sarcastic kind of Will Smith, that kind of Will Smith.
That's
And-
Fresh Prince Will Smith more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fresh Prince Will Smith. That's a good one. Which, by the way, I saw a Bel Air trailer.
I saw that. That looked really
Wasn't that
good.
awesome?
That was good stuff.
It's a dramatic Bel Air. It's fan made, first of all, but look it up. Bel Air trailer on YouTube. It looks really good. It's totally serious and dramatic. But all right, anyway, so he's basically Hitch but blue. He's Avatar Hitch, essentially, is what this boils down to. So. It's a lot better than what they had. I'm glad they have it out there. I just wish they ran with that first. That would have been nice. And I'm still not sold on it. I think this is still going to be a big swing and a miss. Speaking of swing and a miss, don't we have some box office bets that we were talking about?
I believe so.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I won another one.
Well, it doesn't shock me.
Yep, we were talking Captain Marvel. We made our box office bets. And Captain Marvel knocked it out of the park in the box office. 156 million, 160 million, something like that. And that was just domestic, let alone what it did worldwide. So, that was the big thing. So we did our box office bets. I won another one. I said it was going to be 100 mil, so I was the closest one, even though I was off. I think Aaron lost this one. Didn't he say 75?
I think he did, yes.
I think you said 80.
I did. 80
Okay,
sounds right.
So Aaron's going to get whacked around with a few water balloons as a result of losing that box office bet. Next one up will be Shazam.
Is it Shazam or is it Endgame?
Shazam is April 5th.
Okay,
So
Shazam.
probably next week or the week after, we'll do our Shazam
Can
box
lightning
office bet.
strike twice?
Oh, and the loser of that one's got to get a stun gun.
That's not true
I mean,
at all.
we got to do a little lightning. We got to do a little something. Come on, we got to work on something for that. All right, so that's Aladdin. With that being said, let's move on. Something a little show related here. It's time for some March Madness. Alrighty. So our March Madness tournament is now almost halfway through, and we are into the Sweet 16, trying to figure out who moves on to the Elite 8. Now, this tournament is similar to college basketball. College basketball, which, by the way, is right around the corner now, and they get together the 64 best basketball teams, and whoever's last wins, single elimination. But instead of North Carolina versus Duke or Kansas versus Texas, what we have is Thor versus Kirby, or Darth Vader versus Spider-Man. Things like that.
Thor versus Kirby, still doable.
Yes, it is, in fact.
Possibly.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. So here's the thing. Now, obviously, we can't simulate death battles or anything like that, so we judge it on 5 criteria: strength, intellect, durability, popular vote found on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GYGO radio, and a random roll of the D20 for that little touch of madness. And the D20 roll has been powerful this year. It has led to some catastrophic upsets. I know we saw a 15 beat a 2 already this year, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, because of the D20 rule.
Pretty much. So here's what we've got. So we have Dante versus Kirby in the Sweet 16. We're trying to see who moves on to the Elite 8 between these two. And let me do some quick calculations here. We're going to have Kirby move on. Kirby is going to squeak by. The D20 roll decided this one as well. Kirby got it 15-12.
If the brackets work the way I think they do, it's going to be a very interesting battle.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So Kirby moves on to the Elite 8. Next matchup, Superman versus Thanos. And Thanos in this one does not have the Infinity Gauntlet because that's OP. We're not doing that sort of thing. No way. And Superman takes this one also 3-2.
Superman wins.
3-2. Had the popular vote gone toward Thanos, that would have been it, but no, fortunately not. So next matchup in the Sweet 16, Silver Surfer versus Apocalypse. 2 Marvel matchups in this one. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Surfer takes this one. And it wasn't even that close. It was 4 to 1.
Wins.
Silver Surfer will move on past Apocalypse. Next matchup we had was Green Lantern versus Mace Windu. And yeah, this wasn't close. This was Green Lantern all the way.
Green Lantern wins.
So Green, I know Mace Windu, a lot of people, Star Wars fans out there, but when you think again, strength, intellect, durability, Mace Windu is just a human after all. So
Green Lantern threw him out the window. Fatality.
there you go. Next up, Wonder Woman versus Darkseid. This one had the closest popular vote. It was almost 50-50. It ended up being 50.7 to 49.3.
Dang.
In favor of Darkseid. And Darkseid is going to end up winning this one also. It was almost a clean sweep, actually. It was very close.
Darkseid wins.
So next one up, Thor versus Samus Aran from Metroid fame. And yeah, Thor wins. But this one was also 3-2.
Thor wins.
This one had the biggest popular vote, by the way, 95% to 5% in favor of Thor. But Thor only wins 3-2.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't even
Shame I
close.
got spanked.
I think the people made their will known. Next up, Evil Ryu versus Hulk. And yeah, Hulk just owned this one. 5-0, a clean sweep.
Hulk smash.
In many, many ways. And then the last matchup that we had for the Sweet 16, moving on to the Elite Eight, we had Darth Sidious versus Doomsday. And yeah, Doomsday wins.
You think?
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
No.
No?
I'm sorry. Darth Sidious wins.
All right, Steve Harvey.
Yeah, how about that? So Doomsday ends up going down to Darth Sidious. It was the roll of the D20.
Palpatine.
It was
wins.
12-10 on the D20 roll there, and of course Palpatine's got the popular vote. So
It's Palpatine versus Hulk.
yep, and then that was
Thor versus Apocalypse. Green Lantern versus the Silver Surfer. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Thor versus Darkseid.
oh Thor versus Darkseid. That'll be a good match.
Superman versus Kirby.
Outstanding.
Superman versus Kirby.
Yeah,
What the heck?
Superman versus Kirby. I think maybe closer than people think. I'm just saying. That's going to be close.
And if you missed it, Kirby won.
Yep.
Followed by Superman.
So think about it. Kirby King, he's been known to crack planets in half. I'm just saying, don't count that little puffball out. All right. Briefly, let's talk some video game news here in the last few minutes that we have. Hey, Houston, what is going on, man? Well,
Houston, we have a problem.
absolutely they do. So I'm looking at the standings here. Overwatch League Stage 5. I'm sorry, well, no, Week 5.
Stage 1.
Yes, Stage 1, Week 5. And right now, your playoff teams, the New York Excelsior, are in first place, followed by Vancouver, Toronto, Philly. Dallas has the 5th spot. Then Atlanta, San Francisco, and who is GCZ? What did I miss on that one? GCZ. Oh, Guangzhou out of the Pacific one. My bad. And then Houston is sitting 11th right now, 3-3. Whoa, not good, guys. Now they got some favorable matchups coming up, but they better pick it up if they want to make the playoffs for this one. So,
So you're saying they need to take off?
need to take off.
Yeah.
Yes, they
take
need
off.
they need to go up
It's a shuttle joke.
in Overwatch. Yeah, I didn't quite.
Houston, the home of NASA.
Oh, that one. Okay. Well, I'm trying to relate to Overwatch.
Said Houston, we have a problem. Hello.
All right,
You not seen Apollo 13?
So Houston Outlaws right now. There's no shuttle in Apollo 13. What do you? All right, let's get into this. You want to get into this? Let's get into this. All right, here we go. Now, Apollo 13 was a rocket. You're talking about a shuttle. I'm talking about the Houston Outlaws in
way-
Overwatch League.
Do you know what the first shuttle was? The name of the first shuttle?
The Enterprise.
There you go.
Yeah, that was the prototype. So Houston right now on the outside looking in, but Dallas is sitting pretty at the 5th seed. They got a good shot to move up too, by the way. Philly is 4-2. Toronto is 5-2. Both New York and Vancouver are undefeated. And New York, I mean, they're tough. They're going to look really good.
You know what was tough to watch?
Would that be the Doom Annihilation trailer?
Dear God.
Did you see that?
That was horrible.
It's like a 30-second trailer, but it's so terrible that Bethesda came out and disowned it.
I would have disowned it too. I wish I could wipe that 30 seconds from my brain.
You know what my favorite part of that trailer was? Where the main character is shooting the aliens and she's saying, die, die, die.
You know what my favorite part of the trailer was?
Just like that. That's how she's saying
The
it.
end of it.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm seriously, there's no emotion. It's die, 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 blah, 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 blah. I'm like, are you serious? That's how you didn't want to go with a different take there, director? You didn't want to say cut, let's try that? I don't know, with some emotion?
It's called a budget.
Oh,
and it's
my
called,
God.
they probably only had 2 weeks to shoot it.
More than likely. So Doom Annihilation, I guess they didn't get the memo that the first Doom movie was not good.
By the way.
And they decided to make it worse.
You know who was in the first Doom movie?
That would be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
His tattoo artist is going to be at Celebrity Fan Fest.
Yeah, the movie will be direct to video. So here's your YouTube assignment. First, go look up the Bel Air trailer. I kid you not, you're going to love it. But go watch the Doom Annihilation trailer. 19,000 downvotes on YouTube right now.
Watch Doom first, then watch Bel Air so you don't cuss us out.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that. It'll that way you don't get that bad taste in your mouth. It's a awful trailer, guys. It's really terrible. I wish I could say it was so bad it was good, but I mean, it's bad. Oh, it looks like the Room and Birdemic in space.
And what was that one? Rubber.
Yeah, and Rubber. Yeah, exactly. So that'll wrap it up here. For Goose, for Aaron, and for myself, I want to thank our sponsors, Celebrity Fan Fest, Dragon's Lair Alamo Ranch, Havoc, and Laser Legend in the mailing spots. You have embraced your inner geek, so make sure to get your geek on every single day.